Separa el tiempo
Hello and welcome back to M's Flavor Stage. I hope you're having a wonderful day, afternoon, night, or whenever it is that you're watching this video. I want to give a shout out to all of my latest subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. To all of you who have been with me from the jump, thank you so much. And I hope to see you cooking some of my stuff and talking about it in the comments, okay? So, today, I am gonna be experimenting with some Chinese food takeout. Yes, you heard correctly. I'm going to be making fried rice, but I'm gonna have a little Puerto Rican spin to it. You know, I have a short on my channel from when I went to Puerto Rico last month. I did go to a Chinese restaurant, and let me just tell you, the food was amazing. I loved what I ate. I had chicken wings and pork fried rice. However, it was not just pork in it, it was pork, there was shrimp, I think there was some ham in there, there was lettuce and all kinds of like different kind of vegetables. But today, I'm gonna make it M style, right? So my rice is gonna have a little bit of ham, it's gonna have some shrimp in it, I'm gonna have some onions, green onions, egg, a little bit of lettuce, eggs, the whole nine, okay? And then I am going to be making my rendition, and be easy on me, okay? This will be my very first time making chicken wings just like you get it from the Chinese takeout. So, without any further ado, let's get cooking. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do now is I have 2 eggs that we are going to scramble, okay? I better be careful of these jumping. Let me hurry up and wash my hands. All right, so we're gonna scramble these eggs like so. And then we're gonna remove them from the wok. I did have 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil in here. So once these are all nice and scrambled, I'm gonna set them aside, and we're gonna move on to sauteing some of our aromatics, which will be our garlic and onions and so forth. All right, be right back. All right, so now I added another tablespoon of vegetable oil to my wok. Of course, you can use the oil of your choice. And I'm gonna go ahead and add 1 chopped onion. This is a small onion I took and I just chopped it up. Then I'm gonna add 3 garlic cloves minced. Okay. I bought this cute little pilon mortar pestle in Puerto Rico. It was $2.99 in a dollar store. I mean, they sell other things, but it's called Always 99, and they have a lot of those stores all throughout Puerto Rico. And you can also buy things to have shipped to you, so that's pretty cool. Okay, let me get this getting nice and flavorful, tender. Oh, it smells amazing. Okay, I'm gonna lower my heat a little bit. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add, in just a moment, I'm gonna add my diced ham. So I just got this, I just got this ham right here from, like, I think it was from Food Lion or Walmart. Food Lion is a supermarket we have where I live. Took a piece of this, chopped it up. So we're using half a cup of ham for this recipe. Of course, add more if you wish. All right, I'm gonna let this stir up a little bit more. Okay. It's smelling pretty fragrant to me. I don't want my onions to burn or my garlic. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my cup of ham. All right, again, this is half a cup of ham. So I'm not gonna add my shrimp in right now. My husband is a little allergic to shrimp, so I'm gonna put this in here separately because I'm going to make 2 different batches for him. Also, if you're someone who doesn't eat eggs, just feel free to omit the eggs from this recipe, because there's a certain lady I know who happens to be my mom. She does not like eggs, so she's one of my #1 fans, and I like to cook things that she can cook too, which is pretty important. So there we go. So I'm gonna let this cook for about a minute or 2 until it is slightly browned, and I will be right back. All right, so now I'm going to add my shrimp to the skillet. All right, because I want to cook things separately. And then I'm just gonna add a dash of salt and pepper to my shrimp. Okay. Now I'm gonna let this cook, and we'll be right back. All right, you guys, so something really crazy just happened. I'm over here yapping and talking about the recipe and what to do, and I realized I had ran out of space. So as you can see here, I already added the white rice to my wok. This is rice I had made the night before, and it sat in the refrigerator. Always make sure to unclump your rice. I made it in a rice maker. So unclump your rice before you add it to your skillet. Followed by that, what I did is that I added about 2 to 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. I added 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, and I let this cook. And then I added about a 1/4 teaspoon of sesame oil. Now I'm gonna add about a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder. You can also feel free to use fresh ginger if you like, okay? As far as the rice, I use jasmine rice, but you can use the rice of your choice. May that be long grain rice or short grain rice, whatever you want to do, okay? I'm going to give this a little taste and see where we're at so far. That tastes great. So now I'm going to add my egg back to the wok. All right. And let this come all together. I will be honest with you guys, I have no idea how the Chinese places get the rice to look super yellow. Like those are like the kind that I get like in New York or when I'm in New Jersey. I have to figure out what they use for that. But my rice ain't gonna be looking like that, okay? I'm gonna add just a little bit more soy sauce, of course. If you don't want to add more to it, that's fine. But I am a fan of the soy sauce. Okay, this is pretty much done. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a little bit of my green onions that I chopped earlier. I had about a 1/2 cup of green onions, or scallions as some people call it. This looks absolutely amazing. Okay, I'm going to set this to the side, and then I'm going to do the same thing but with the shrimp. All right, be right back. All right, I'm also gonna add a little bit of lettuce to my rice. Okay, that's just how they had it in Puerto Rico. I'm just gonna break this up a little bit, okay? I'm gonna put a lot, just a little bit, just a little handful. And I got this I got this lettuce from Aldi. It says sweet butter. So that's what I'm using. I'm gonna give this a nice stir. Okay. Don't knock it till you try it now. I know some of y'all like lettuce, but that's how they do it in Puerto Rico. Okay. Let's give that a nice stir. Let it cook for about a minute or so. Then I'm gonna move on to my shrimp rice. All right, y'all, so I am back at making my shrimp fried rice now. Still have the same ingredients, onions, egg, whatever I had left. I did cut another onion because now I have a little surprise. I think I overdid it on the rice. I think my husband helped me last night with 4 cups of rice, so now I have two sets of different flavors of rice I'm gonna be making. There was the one with the ham, and then now this one's just gonna have ham and shrimp in it. So yeah, I got a little bit too much, guys. So now I'm gonna do about 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. Okay, then I'm gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder, followed by a 1/4 teaspoon of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Okay, stir this up. I think next time I'm gonna experiment with other kinds of rice, and I might even try a long grain rice and see how that goes. Okay. The jasmine rice is gonna give you more of that softer texture to your rice as opposed to the granules with the long grain. So that's something for you to know for your back pocket. If you have a certain preference to your rice, okay? So now I'm gonna go ahead and add the shrimp I had cooked earlier. Please make sure you cook your shrimp before adding it to your rice. Okay? Yeah, this looks great, you guys, and it smells amazing. Alright, so I'm gonna let that get nice and hot for a minute. Throw my plate away. And give this a quick little taste. That tastes amazing. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of my lettuce here. As I said before, not a lot, just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of my green onions or scallions. Okay. Give this another stir. This looks and smells and tastes absolutely amazing. Alright, so I'm gonna turn this off and I'm gonna move on to my chicken wings. Be right back. Alright, y'all. So now we're gonna get ready to move on to our chicken wings. Here I have a family pack of chicken wings that I got at the supermarket. What I'm gonna start off with is 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Okay, you can add a little more or less, up to you. Followed by a tablespoon of dry sherry. Okay, let me get my, there we go. So I'm gonna use some dry sherry cooking wine. That's gonna give it a nice extra flavor there. Okay, then I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. Okay. There we go. Followed by 1 teaspoon of ginger powder. I don't have fresh ginger, but the fresh would give it even a more robust flavor, but again, it's up to you. Followed by 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, which, oh, here it is. Okay, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm also going to add 3 minced garlic cloves. Let me get my little spatula here. Okay, so we're gonna add 3 minced garlic cloves. Okay, I always like to get the little bit that's on the little stick here. I don't like to waste anything. Let's put these bad boys in here. All right. Okay. And then we are going to just stir this up. Get all the flavors incorporated. Okay. Okie dokie. Now, you can let this sit and marinate for 3 minutes. You can make it, make a marinade of this. Or you can just get right to it. Like, I don't have time to let this marinate for 30 minutes. I have a lot of things to do today. So we're gonna see how it comes out without me marinating it, okay? I'm sorry, without me letting it sit for 30 minutes. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next step, but I'll be right back. Y'all, I forgot to add the egg to my wings. So let me go ahead and do that. That's a key ingredient in this recipe. So I'm gonna add my egg and then I'm gonna mix that up. Okay. Just mix it up really well. You guys, I cannot wait to see what this is gonna taste like. Behind me, I already have a pot with a mixture of oil, vegetable oil, and lard. The lard is going to give it a very nice flavor. And yeah, and we'll go from there. All right, now I'm gonna get ready to dredge these. Be right back. All right, so now I'm gonna prepare my dry ingredients mixture. So we're gonna go with 2 cups of flour. You can just use all-purpose flour. Okay, followed by 1 cup of cornstarch. This is gonna make your wings be crunchy, okay? So 1 cup of cornstarch. This is probably all I have left, really, almost the whole rest of my bag. Okay, yeah, pretty much, okay? Then we are going to go with 1.5 teaspoon of salt. Where is my salt? Salt. And I'm gonna be using pink Himalayan salt, but you can use the salt of your choice. Good old regular table salt is just fine. So that's gonna be 1.5 teaspoon of salt. Okay. Just a second, guys. Hold on. Let me get my big jar. I'm over here trying to use my salt shaker when I can just use the jar. Okay. So 1.5 teaspoon of salt. Okay. Just put that away. Followed by 2 teaspoons of onion powder. Okay, and then 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. And that's the end of that, you guys. Okay, followed by 1 teaspoon of black pepper. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of baking powder. The baking powder is gonna help the chicken be extra crispy. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder. My little measuring thing here is 1/2. That's why it seems like I'm doing 4, but I'm really doing 2. No worries. Okay? So that's that. I'm gonna make sure I have all my ingredients in here. Okay. And then, oh, did I get my sugar? I have not got my sugar yet. Okay, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Now, you may say, Emily, what in the world are you doing? Well, I found out that a lot of Chinese takeout restaurants, they use a little bit of sugar with their wings. So we're gonna see what this tastes like, okay? So now I'm gonna give this a stir. Okay. I'm so excited about this. I cannot wait to try this. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to dredge the chicken wings in here, okay? And once I dredge them in here, I'm just gonna put them right in the oil that's already hot behind me. These wings are looking absolutely amazing, you guys. Woo, wait, look at that. You guys, look at this plate. We have our shrimp fried rice with 2 of our lovely chicken wings, followed by our tostones that I decided to make at last minute. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of my garlic mojito sauce that I just made. Hold on just a moment. Oh yeah, guys, look at this here. It's a garlic based sauce with vinegar, salt, pepper, oregano, lemon juice, lime juice. I'll make a recipe for that a little later, a video, and show you guys. It's a simple recipe, but I cannot wait to try this. Okay, be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna get ready to try this food. First and foremost, I'm gonna start with my fried rice, and I'm gonna add a little bit of soy sauce to mine because that's what I like. If you want, you can add some hot sauce. As a matter of fact, let me get mine. I love my Chinese food with soy sauce and hot sauce, so gotta bring on that good old Texas Pete. Add a little bit of that there. Okay, now I'm going to take first bite. Oh my goodness, that is off the chain. The flavor of the soy sauce, the oyster sauce, the onions, the shrimp, everything is out of this world. It is so good. Okay, now let's look at our beautiful crunchy chicken wing. So look at that, looks so good. The chicken wings are chef's kiss, you guys. It is nice and crispy, moist, juicy. It has a nice amount of flavor. It's not too salty or anything like that. It's just right. Like me, I like to put soy sauce and hot sauce on my chicken wings. I even like to put ketchup on there. But, you know, to each their own. You can eat it with duck sauce. We also have our delicious tostones. How can you not have Boricua fried rice, or Arroz Chino Boricua, actually, with some tostones, okay? Absolutely amazing. The garlic sauce is just perfect for all of this. So good. So once again, I want to thank you for watching this episode of M's Flavor Stage. Please, if you tried this recipe, let me know in the comments. I would love to read it. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode of M's Flavor Stage. Ciao.
Se paró el tiempo en Puerto Rican.